Can Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez coexist? Or is this going to become toxic really, really quickly? So we have the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. We got another street circuit. We got Checo Perez puts it P1 in qualifying after Max has a drive shaft issue. The race is going on. Everybody leading into Sunday expected Max to still finish P1.
Yeah.
To Checo's credit, he put together a great race. He lost it off the start, got it back, built the gap. He did what he was supposed to do. Now we have fastest lap territory, okay? Because the fastest lap could put Checo into P1 in the driver's standings.
Yeah.
And Max is the golden boy.
Yeah.
And he's clearly not allowing that based on radio communication. So the question I have for you, can Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez coexist? Or is this going to become toxic really, really quickly?
I think it's going to get toxic. And I think that kind of was established this weekend. You know, Max, with one lap to go, was like, do I have the fastest lap? Who has the fastest lap? Oh, really? Okay, here we go. And then drops the hammer on the last lap. You heard in the interview after, not in the interview, the
cool down
rule talk, where he's like, didn't you have a delta? Like, weren't you supposed to be in 33s? And he's like, yeah, but I didn't have the fastest lap.
Not only that, he was sitting in Perez's chair.
Yeah, exactly.
He was sitting in the winner's chair. Now, I don't know if that was just like
he didn't
a force of habit or what. But he was sitting in Sergio's chair, saying to Sergio, I knew, but
I needed the lap.
I needed the lap.
I want the point.
Which was, okay, so a part of me likes it, but a part of me doesn't like it because it's difficult to manage, right? So I like it for the competitive nature of it. I think that part helps the sport, but I think there's a way to go about it classy. Right? I think I would have much rather preferred Verstappen be like, all right, you got it. Yeah. Let's see what happens next go around because I'm still the alpha dog, I'm the top dog, and I'll show you. If I don't have a drive shaft failure, I'm gapping everybody by 12, 13 seconds, including you.
Yeah.
And that's not up for debate. That's real talk.
That's real.
If Max Verstappen started on pole,
he was gone.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Right?
He was gone.
But we have something here that kind of spices it up and it changes the dynamic a little bit. I think Sergio had a good race. He did what he was supposed to do. But there has to be a way to go about this cleanly in order for us to get a true rivalry or a nice a nice competitive championship without it turning into young and restless.
Yeah, but I honestly think, sorry to say, with Max there, he's always going to think about himself. He's always going to do stuff for himself. He's always going to be all about himself. With Perez, he's there knowing that, yes, he's kind of the backup to Verstappen. But now if he goes blow for Verstappen all season and they're the ones that turn into a Rosberg-Hamilton situation, it's going to get worse than the Rosberg-Hamilton situation.
But this is all we got as fans. This year, this is all we have. Yeah. Because even when, let's be honest, Mercedes, Ferrari is nowhere in the picture. Aston Martin, Fernando Alonso, closest thing, got the lead off the jump, still couldn't do anything. Yeah. Was down crazy, like 15, 20 seconds by the end of it.
But,
this is all we have. All we have is Checo and Max competing for the World Drivers' Championship. And you mentioned, Rosberg and Lewis.
Senna Prost.
I like it because it's fiery and it's feisty, but when it turns into Senna Prost where they're crashing out and playing all those games, that I think doesn't do anything for the sport because I think it just kind of leans into the drama. It's great for Netflix. It's great for next March.
Yeah.
Right? But I agree. I don't think there's any way that Checo can actually compete cleanly. And
without going at it.
It's tough. Yeah. It's tough.
I think in the end, if Checo can can still hang on to, a couple of wins this year and a bunch of poles and stuff and make it a fight, I think he might be able to get to Max to start being really aggressive on him. And if that happens, and Checo's not gonna back down to a fight, I think if it just gets into like it did last year where it was a battle for second place, I think at this point, Checo's got to realize that he is the number 2 driver. He has to finish second in that championship to get the constructors for them. And in the end, I really do think that if they were to go blow for blow, Checo's going to go and probably do a lot worse than what Max would do to him.
You think so? Eh?
I think so. I think he's always been aggressive. He's always had to work for what he has.
Yeah.
Now that he has a chance at a championship, he's not going to let that go. He doesn't matter if it's his teammate going for it.
Okay, for all of those reasons, that's why I liked it yesterday. Yeah. I don't like to see that dynamic between team drivers. There's animosity. It's the root of toxicity. Yeah. But I do like it because, like you said, Checo's been scrappy. He's had to scrap his entire career. He had the pink Mercedes. He won a race from he's earned his right now to fairly compete for a World Drivers' Championship. Exactly. Whether or not Christian Horner, Helmut Marko, Red Bull, Max's dad allows it to happen in that way, totally different story. I think it's 90% no, not going to go down like that.
Yeah.
But if after 5-6 races, he's up because Max has had reliability problems or whatever, the steering's got mixed up, whatever, just let him race. We just want to see clean races,
But right now, there's some gremlins with that Red Bull. The Red Bull's not so reliable at this point. They both had problems in the race that they had to back off pace. Max blew up in qualifying. Well, not blew up, broke a drive shaft in qualifying.
Right.
The AlphaTauris haven't been the greatest for reliability either. So if this is the case, what happens later on in the season when these parts need to be replaced, or the car has 3-4 races on it and the reliability starts to go back down? I don't think Red Bull can be that comfortable right now knowing that they've constantly had problems with their cars. Yes, they're fast, but they're constantly having problems with their cars right now where there's every race they're complaining about something with that
Like you said, there's a little gremlin in there. So, even during the race, Max was like, something's going on. Nah, mate, something's wrong.
Sergio was saying that smell was going on in his car, and he's like, I don't really know what's going on, but they're like, it's fine, leave it alone. I think in the end, they have to realize that car is not bulletproof. They have to push hard right now because if they have those DNFs like they did to start off the season last year, all it takes is for Alonso and Leclerc to have proper races going into the season, and then all of a sudden now it's a 4-car battle.
So you're saying right now, if you're Christian Horner, you're saying I don't care who finishes where, we need all the points we can get. So 1-2, 1-2, 1-2 until we sort out the reliability problems with the car. So I can't have you guys scrapping and crashing out on track.
Exactly, and I think Verstappen doing that 1 point thing at the end kind of is not going to sit well with Checo going into the next couple races, and I think if it comes back the opposite way, I think Checo would go for that extra point, and say, I need this fast lap. I think it's going to, in the end, they're going to go and they have to race each other hard to go for the championship, but they also have to realize that car is not strong enough yet to go absolutely balls to the wall the entire time. Yeah, so we'll see.